Next up, we've got our lightweight final. Andy Murasaki taking on Mica Galvao. Third major championship final for these two. Competed in the middleweight division at the 2024 Europeans and the 2024 Pans. Now they meet in the lightweight division.
Mica Galvao had a match with Pedro Maia in the semifinal, and for the better part of 10 minutes, a very close match. Pedro did a great job of keeping himself safe, avoiding any danger, but Mica Galvao, if there's one thing we can say about him, do not blink, because in just a split moment, he can find an opportunity to end the fight.
4 fights, 3 submissions at the 2024 Worlds thus far for Mica Galvao. Defeated Pedro Maia in the semifinal. Andy Murasaki defeated Luis Paulo in his semifinal. And we are underway, lightweight final here at the 2024 World Championships. Andy and Mica.
And Andy Murasaki is locked in. I don't think there's a man on this planet more motivated to beat Mica Galvao than Andy Murasaki.
Mica Galvao in the white gi, representing Melky Galvao Jiu-Jitsu. Andy in the blue gi, representing Atos. Mica won the Europeans, Pans, and Brasileiros this year. 15 fights in 2024, 13 submissions. Andy took silver at the Europeans and the Pans. Won the Europeans back in 2023. He's back down to the lightweight division.
Andy pulling guard. Gripping the collar in this De La Riva with his left leg.
Interesting to note, this is Andy's 3rd consecutive Black Belt Worlds final. 2022 made it to the middleweight final. Last year made it to the medium heavyweight final. Now he's in the lightweight final.
That is incredibly impressive. Now Mica Galvao being very aggressive here, opening up.
Having that right knee forward. Double sleeve control. Lasso with his right leg.
Two minutes have transpired. Seems like Mica wants to break the situation open and be able to put a lot of pressure on Andy, but Andy's doing a great job keeping the shallow lasso on the right. Now trying to sweep. Turn this into a wrestle up.
They're trying to hug the head. Close the space, free his right leg.
Utilizing that left foot on the bottom leg to create some space. Mica Galvao has a deep grip on the belt of Andy Murasaki. That's a tough grip to break if you're the person on bottom. It's a deep control. And in a position where I imagine Andy Murasaki just wants space. It's going to be difficult to get that back now. As Mica Galvao slowly gets that right leg out.
Andy trying to push to create some space. Now grabbing in the collar with his right hand, pushing Mica away.
But Mica not relinquishing that head control. Oh, and Andy Murasaki powers up to the feet. Beautiful.
Pulls guard again, resets the position.
And right back into that same situation. Wow, very impressive by Andy Murasaki. That situation is very difficult to break free from. And he was able to create the space necessary. Now moving forward, needs to be careful not to give up that same sort of control. Now Mica Galvao has both pants.
Mica going side to side. Andy trying to use some frames, push Mica away.
The one thing that is difficult about having both these pant grips is it's hard to climb up the person's body. At some point, you do have to let go and try to get a control around the hip. Andy Murasaki back on the feet again. Now a grip on the arm.
Andy pulls again. Great job by Andy when he feels uncomfortable, disengaging, and pulling back to a more comfortable position from the guard.
So clash of heads there. Seems there's no cut. See right there in the corner of Mica Galvao is Melky Galvao. So yeah, on that guard pull, definitely a little clash of heads there, but able to resume the action.
Andy's De La Riva. Left leg to the mat. He does have 2 submission victories over Andy, but like you said, Jake, Andy is extremely motivated. Had an amazing training camp heading into the Worlds. It's looked incredible thus far.
I said this a little bit in the match of Pedro Maia, but the longer you can go in a match with Mica Galvao, the more you can keep the match close until the end of the fight. I mean, we're past the halfway point now. The more I think that benefits Andy Murasaki. You can limit the amount of opportunities that Mica Galvao has to utilize that incredibly precise, creative jiu-jitsu that has won him so many matches by submission and has given him the statistic that he has in terms of wins in the IBJJF by submission.
He has his left foot on the shoulder. Sleeve grips. Andy trying to tilt Mica to the side. Has control of Mica's right leg. Mica trying to get his right foot free. There he goes.
I'm now trying to create a movement to the outside. He's continually pinning the left leg of Andy Murasaki onto the mat, stiff arming his right. So far has done a great job of keeping Mica from getting too close to the guard pass, even in that situation earlier where Mica was able to hug the head. Andy was able to recover. Double sleeve grip again, defending the stack.
Switch to a cross collar grip with his left hand. Lasso with his right leg, left foot on the bicep.
Now trying to spin. Look for that underhook on the leg. Mica steps out. Under 3 minutes.
Andy keeping control of that right ankle of Mica Galvao. Now inverting.
But in the process, nearly gives it the head control again. Mica Galvao
slides his knee through, forces Andy to his knees. He's going for
the arm in guillotine.
You can hear his corner calling for the guillotine.
Andy trying
Mica
to stay alive.
Andy.
This could be tight, Danny.
Hard to tell just how tight this is, but Mica's sticking with it.
Seems as though Andy has a little bit of room to breathe. He's able to keep his wits about him to lock that leg. He gets out of the danger. Might end up on top.
Andy on top. 2 points.
2 points for Andy Murasaki. Now Mica Galvao, he is up by 2 advantages. 1 minute, 40 seconds to work.
Back to the action. Mica Galvao leading Andy Murasaki by 2 advantages.
Can Andy Murasaki pass the guard of Mica Galvao? He's going to need to get real active here with only a minute, 10 seconds.
Oh, Andy tries to get his right leg free.
The energy in here is absolutely electric. Only 45 seconds.
Andy Murasaki trying to pass the guard of Mica Galvao.
He's looking for the opportunity. Trying to set the leg out and dive through. But Mica Galvao locks the closed guard. And it looks like that might be enough. With only 10 seconds left and wrapped up in the closed guard, Mica Galvao is going to hold on to his narrow lead of 2 advantages and win the world title.
And it's Mica Galvao, who's your 2024 IBJJF lightweight world champion. Excellent final with Andy Murasaki. Defeats the Atos representative by 2 advantages.
But
Mica now has won every major title in 2024. Europeans, Pans, Brasileiros, and Worlds.
the heart on Andy Murasaki. He was in so many tough situations in that fight. Nearly gave up a head control guard pass early on. Deep in a seated karagatame.
Lots of respect between Mica Galvao and Andy Murasaki, who have both performed exceptionally well in 2024 major gi tournaments.
Man. Crowd seems still perhaps a little upset about something that happened in that match, but Mica Galvao is going to be your champion.
Male lightweight champion is
Mica Galvao wins the lightweight world title, his fourth major title of 2024. Incredible performance, amazing final match with Andy Murasaki. Andy in 3 straight black belt world finals. Middleweight, medium heavy, and lightweight. Got to give it up for Andy.
And he'll be back. We're going to see him back in another world final. I'm willing to make that prediction.
Here's
Never
your
say
replay
die attitude.
Of the lightweight final. Mica Galvao nearly passes the guard, goes for a choke, a guillotine variation on Andy Murasaki. But Andy got out of this, Jake.
He gets out of it, and he's able to nearly turn this into a pass situation on 2 different attempts. And man, for him to stay in the fight the way that he did after everything that happened in the match just goes to show the heart that Andy Murasaki has.